Today on Hidden Secrets, revealed live. Vibe coding app Lovable raises $400 million, hits 13.3 billion. Lovable has raised $400 million in a Series C financing at a $13.3 billion valuation. Lovable is a vibe coding platform. They surpassed $500 million in annualized revenue run rate in June 2026, which only goes to show you can vibe code your way to $13.3 billion. Am I right? Today on Hidden Secrets, revealed live. HSRL is a production of the Safe New Media Network. Before you keep watching, let me tell you who this is not for. This show is not for you if you take yourself too seriously. If you are a seeker, let me be your guide to discover accurate truth for yourself. Let me help you increase the quality and effectiveness of your life by revealing to you the hidden secrets of this universe and the entire multiverse. It's the only podcast of its kind right now on this subject, going live on X. Therefore, the most popular live stream podcast live right now on this subject, going live on X. This show is specifically for those who are seeking new perspectives, fresh ideas, and a willingness to explore new possibilities. My intention is to help investors like you stay ahead of the curve and make the most out of emerging opportunities. Before we continue, I must tell you about my new album, Opulence. It drops the first Friday in September. You can pre-save it now. Check out the QR code here visible on the screen. The first single is out now. If you're watching today's show on YouTube or Spotify, you can now activate this QR code visible here. If you're listening to this podcast, go to safenewmedia.com/opulence. Now, today on HSRL. Ladies and gentlemen, Swedish AI startup Lovable has raised $400 million. Of course, it's Swedish. Only a Swedish company could invent an app that lets you assemble software the same way you assemble an IKEA bookshelf. You describe the vague feeling you want, and 3 hours later, you're missing one crucial piece and everything leans to the left. They did $500 million in annualized revenue already. $500 million from people saying, build me a dashboard that makes me feel productive. Lovable says they crossed $500 million in annualized revenue in June 2026. Do you know who is paying for this? Non-traditional builders. That's the corporate term for people who shouldn't be making software. It's marketing managers named Greg, who spent 4 hours vibe coding a custom internal spreadsheet tracker instead of doing their actual job, only for the app to immediately crash the company's entire network because Greg's prompt was, make it look clean, bro. It used to be that if you wanted to build an app, you had to hire a guy named Sven who drank 6 Red Bulls a day, lived in a basement, and spoke fluently in C++. Now, all you do is tell a Swedish machine, hey, make me an app that buys me eggs. And the machine says, I feel that. The craziest part is that it's already making over $500 million a year. Apparently, the hottest programming language isn't Python anymore. It's English with confidence. The pitch is beautiful. Now, the non technical people can finally build the internal tools. You know what this means to technical people? They will spend the rest of their careers fixing the internal tools built by people whose entire technical process was make it nice. Non programmers can now build internal enterprise tools. You know who's happiest? The guy in accounting who's been asking IT for a dashboard since 2019. He's not waiting anymore. By lunch, he's deployed 3 apps. By dinner, he accidentally replaced SAP. By Friday, the company has promoted him to CTO because nobody understands what he built, including him. This is peak capitalism, my friends. We spent 70 years teaching humans to think like computers. Now we spend $13.3 billion teaching computers to tolerate humans. It's incredible. We've gone from punch cards to assembly language to higher level programming. And now the peak of human technological evolution is waving your hands over a laptop while screaming, "You know what I mean, computer?" And the computer goes, "Yeah, yeah, man, I totally vibe with that." $13 billion. What do you think is the next industry that's going to get replaced entirely by vibes? The thing I love about vibe coding is that it finally admits what programming has always been. Nobody knows what the code does, but they do know how they feel about it. I've got a good feeling about this function. Why? It compiles spiritually. Meanwhile, the actual developers who used to charge $200 an hour are sitting there watching a prompt turn into a six-figure ARR product and whispering, "I went to school for this." Doubled its valuation in 6 months. What do? They let you build software using natural language prompts. They call it vibe coding, which is perfect because the valuation is also pure vibe. No one knows what the margins are. No one knows if enterprises will stick around. No one knows if the apps work after the second prompt. But the vibe, immaculate. $13.3 billion of vibe. Think about that for a second. Vibe coding. What is vibe coding? It means you don't actually know how to code, but you have a feeling about an app. You sit in front of a screen, right? You light some incense. You whisper into your microphone, "I want an app that feels like a Tuesday in August, but for dog walking." And a computer spits out 50,000 lines of Python. What is this, a seance? You're conjuring software through good vibes. Which reminds me, have you heard this one? A venture capitalist walks into a Swedish startup and gives them $400 million because the founder said he had a good vibe about code. And the reason they gave him $400 million is because the venture capitalist had a good vibe about the founder who had a good vibe about the code. You know what that is? Good vibes all the way down. The company says anyone can build software now. That's fantastic. The only profession where they consider replacing experts with amateurs. It's a feature. Imagine if airlines announced, "Good news, you no longer need pilots. Just describe the destination emotionally. Take me somewhere that feels like closure." Every profession eventually reaches this stage. Medicine gets vibe surgery. Law gets vibe contracts. Air traffic control gets vibe landing. I don't know if runway 4 is clear, but the airport has excellent energy today. You type, make me an app that tracks my vibes, and the AI builds it. Then the company that made the thing that builds apps from vibes raises $400 million at a $13.3 billion valuation. So now, the company that lets people who don't know how to code by vibes. And this startup is worth more than most companies that actually know how to code. Lovable is now worth $13.3 billion. They doubled their valuation since December. That's incredible. My retirement account hasn't doubled in 8 months. It doubles every 8 months if you measure in anxiety. Now, this is called Lovable, right? That's wonderful. What a great name for a startup. It's the first startup whose biggest risk is ghosting. How's Lovable doing? I haven't heard from them in 3 days. They raised $400 million so people can build apps using plain English. Think about what that means. For 40 years, programmers have said, you have to learn 5 programming languages. Now the computer says, relax, I'll learn yours. And look at the investors leading this: Menlo Ventures and the Scale Up Europe Fund, plus Tencent and Balderden Capital. These are suit and tie institutional financiers. And they're sitting in boardroom meetings in Stockholm, staring at financial spreadsheets, adjusting their spectacles, and saying, look, EBITDA is non existent. The unit economics are entirely theoretical, but the vibes are up 200% quarter over quarter. Investors are fighting over who gets to throw money at the company that made coding optional. All of them lining up to fund the end of the thing they used to fund. It's like the last blacksmiths investing in the first cars and then acting surprised when nobody needs horseshoes. Vibe coding, three, $13 billion, half a billion in revenue. And the only thing we know for sure is that the next prompt is going to be, make me an app that explains why this makes sense. That's my time. I got to get back to work. Share this, retweet on X, subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube or Spotify. You're allowed to make fun of me only if your jokes are funny and you get my name right. Leave a review on Apple Podcasts. You don't have to do this, right? But if you want to, you can visit my X profile to learn more. It's not necessary to follow me on X, but I do follow others who are funnier than me and smarter than me. But do what you want. Whatever you decide, go ahead and follow at Safe New Media. Follow at Safe New Media. Team up with me to bring about serious advancement for each other. The plan is for our community to share with each other the systems, the processes, and workflows that we are successfully using in order to help each other grow. It's not a cult, but have you ever felt that deep, powerful sense of belonging that transforms your entire perspective? That's what awaits you in our community. As you hear me talking now, you might begin to imagine yourself surrounded by like minded individuals who truly understand your aspirations. Picture yourself waking up each morning with renewed purpose, knowing you're part of something greater than yourself. Your future self is already thanking you for taking this step today. The door is open, and all you need to do is walk through it. Belong higher. Join our inner circle on Telegram. There's a link to it at the top of the Safe New Media X profile. The official source for this show is safenewmedia.com/HSRL. And this episode is brought to you by the AI Apocalypse Small Business Fix. Most small business owners know AI is changing things and have no idea where to start. They're running their businesses. They don't have time to figure it out. Jeff Bezos described AI as the horizontal enabling layer, not a product, not a platform, not a feature, a layer. underneath everything, like electricity, railroads, the internet. Do you remember the people back then who didn't move on that? No, of course you don't, because now they're irrelevant. Intelligence itself is becoming infrastructure. All businesses that fail to adapt will become obsolete. Don't let it happen to yours. Go to safenew.media. Go to safenew.media to get your AI assessment for small businesses now. It's a roadmap we build for your business. It shows you exactly where AI can improve your operations, customer follow-ups, scheduling, marketing, repetitive admin work, etc. We find the gaps, explain what's possible, and hand you a clear written plan. You'll receive a written report, simple, clear, no fluff. This is for you if you're a business owner with around 50 employees or less. You realize what's coming. It's already here, the AI tidal wave. You're aware that if you do nothing, your business is in trouble. Remember how everything changed after the pandemic? Today, a similar paradigm shift is happening. After the ChatGPT moment came the DeepSeek moment, and then it was the OpenClaw moment. The new normal is the next inflection point from another AI breakthrough. Are you falling behind? Ready to change with the times, or would you rather get left behind? Now you can secure your AI apocalypse small business fix. Limit 3 clients per week. First come, first serve. Get on our wait list when at capacity. Go to safenew.media. What I'm about to tell you next will shock you.
This is not an offer solicitation of an offer to buy or sell securities. Past performance is not an indication of future results. Investing involves risk and may result in partial or total loss. Prospective investors should carefully consider investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses, and should consult with a tax or legal advisor before making any investment.
Before making any investment decision, always do your own research. This is not financial advice. This is not any sort of offer to the general public. This is for accredited investors. Are you an accredited investor? This is for you. Today, the multifamily real estate market has shifted. We're at the bottom of the cycle for multifamily. Rent growth in the Sun Belt, have you looked at that lately? It's at 0%. Most investors are about to get wiped out, and a lot of them already have. Real estate has a dirty secret. It doesn't follow demand, it follows cheap money. And when money gets cheap, people build too much every time. That bill is due now. So, two opposing facts are true. Many apartment owners are distressed. The only reason they need to sell is not that they want to, they have to, or else return the keys to the bank. The other fact is that buying a home now costs roughly 105% more per month than renting. Families are stuck as forever renters. We're seizing this shift. We're passing on the majority of deals because the numbers don't work, but we are buying 100 unit assets in growth markets, in some cases 80 units or less if it pencils. Few get in. Why? We don't need more money. We're looking for investors aligned with our values. We're improving quality of life at scale for hardworking families. Secure a place on our wait list. Go to inveresta.com. You can now subscribe to our newsletter. That secures your place. Inveresta is giving you a free gift to accredited investors. This is the data that we use to find the best locations. You can now receive your free guide. It's called Location Science 2026, 5 filters to find growth markets for multifamily real estate. Don't ignore the data before you invest. When you subscribe, you secure your place on our wait list for the next opportunity. Most real estate people tell you to invest in your backyard. What if your backyard is the wrong location? Avoid losing money in the wrong location. Hit me up on our X profile at Inveresta. Retail investors can send me a DM there. Let me know what kind of investment opportunities you are looking for. Accredited investors can get in touch with me today. Call my office. Go to inveresta.com. Accredited investors only. This is not an offer or solicitation to the general public. Last thing before I let you go, I want to invite you to subscribe to the newsletter that I write every week. It's for fun. It's called Methods of Prosperity. Methods of Prosperity newsletter. You owe it to yourself to be rich, society, our parents, teachers, and peers have conditioned us. They want us to be like them. They need us to comply. They need us to be conventional like they are. As Herb Kelleher, co founder and CEO of Southwest Airlines, remarked, all the people that were telling me those things were expressing conventional wisdom. And if it's conventional, it ain't wisdom. And if it's wisdom, it ain't conventional. My name is Sean Allen Fenn, and I'm obsessed with prosperity. This is the natural state of the human spirit. It turns out there's no limit. There's also many variables. Some keep their day job, others go all in. Some are entrepreneurs, others are value investors, but all of them have a certain mindset. Understanding what makes them tick grants us insight into our own journey. Methods of Prosperity newsletter is for anyone who agrees that success leaves clues. It's the most popular newsletter to brainwash yourself rich. Become a renegade billionaire. Go to safenewmedia.com/newsletter. The new ones go up on Beehive every Thursday. The whole series goes up on a platform called Paragraph. To become a billionaire, condition yourself to think like a billionaire. You can now subscribe for free at safenewmedia.com/newsletter. You can also join our community for Methods of Prosperity on Telegram. Check it out. Thanks for making this the most popular live stream at this hour on the subject, broadcasting on X, formerly known as Twitter. Hidden Secrets Revealed Live is a production of Safe New Media, unconventional, diversified global digital media company devoted to the practice, administration, and dissemination of the ideologies of its founder, moi, yours truly. My name is Sean Allen Fenn, and this is definitely not a cult. I like you, but don't take my word for it. Decide for yourself.